The question of who to marry is not left to chance or mere human judgment. Divine intelligence has already selected the perfect partner for your highest good and greatest joy. This message has found you at the precise moment when you are ready to recognize and receive this divine selection, to align yourself with the perfect pattern already established in divine mind. Many wander through relationships guided only by physical attraction, social pressure, or the limited wisdom of their intellects. These relationships often bring disappointment, heartbreak, and the painful feeling of having missed your true destiny. But you need not follow this common path of trial and error. There is a higher way, a path of divine guidance that leads unerringly to the perfect union already prepared for you. The ancient wisdom tells us, "What God has joined together, let no man separate." This profound truth reveals that true marriages are first established in divine mind before they manifest in physical form. Your task is not to find the right person through endless searching, but to align yourself with the divine selection already made, to develop the spiritual discernment that allows you to recognize the partner God has already chosen for you. As you absorb these words, feel a shift beginning within you. Old patterns of confusion, doubt, and poor selection are dissolving. The desperate need to find someone, anyone, to fill the emptiness is being replaced by calm certainty in divine timing and divine selection. You are moving from anxious searching to spiritual discernment, from human selection to divine recognition. Today, you will discover the 5 unmistakable ways God shows you who to marry. These are not vague intuitions or emotional reactions, but clear, specific manifestations of divine guidance that transcend personal preference and reveal the higher plan for your life. When you understand these divine signposts and align yourself with them, you step into the flow of perfect manifestation where your true partner appears with mathematical precision. The divine selection process is already in motion in your life. The perfect partner is already moving toward you through a series of divinely orchestrated events. Your role is simply to recognize the signs, to trust the process, and to prepare yourself to receive this magnificent gift that has been prepared for you since before time began. The journey to divine partnership begins not with looking outward, but with aligning your consciousness with truth. For what you see in the outer world is always a reflection of your inner state. As you absorb these 5 divine methods of guidance, you will develop the spiritual vision to recognize your true partner when they appear. More importantly, you will become the person who can attract and sustain this divine union. The first divine signpost that reveals your true marriage partner is perfect peace. This is not the fleeting excitement of infatuation or physical attraction, but a profound, unshakable calm that pervades your entire being in the presence of your divine selection. It is as if the restless searching of your soul suddenly ceases, replaced by the absolute knowing that you have found your way home. And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. This ancient wisdom reveals that divine peace transcends human understanding. It cannot be analyzed, rationalized, or explained to others. It can only be experienced as a profound inner knowing that surpasses all doubts and questions. This peace is your spiritual barometer, the surest indication that you are in alignment with divine selection. When you meet the partner God has chosen for you, there is no inner conflict, no nagging doubt, no need to justify your choice to yourself or others. There is only perfect peace that remains steady and unchanging, regardless of external circumstances or challenges. Consider the remarkable story of Ruth Bell and Billy Graham. When they met as students at Wheaton College, Ruth had been planning to become a missionary to Tibet, a calling she had felt since childhood. Billy, meanwhile, was preparing for a life of evangelism. Despite their seemingly divergent paths, Ruth described experiencing an unexpected peace about changing her life direction to join with Billy's calling. This peace was not a result of romantic excitement or emotional manipulation. In fact, Ruth had turned down several suitors before Billy, including some who shared her original missionary plans. The peace she felt was deeper than preference or convenience. It was divine confirmation, transcending her own plans and desires. Their marriage lasted over 63 years, withstanding the pressures of public ministry, frequent separations, and the raising of 5 children. Through it all, Ruth maintained that the peace she felt at the beginning never left her, even during the most challenging seasons. "I would rather have a little of Bill than a lot of any other man," she said, reflecting the lasting nature of that initial divine peace. This same peace is available as your guide. When you meet the partner God has selected for you, you will recognize them not primarily through emotional excitement, but through the profound peace that settles over your soul. This peace will speak louder than attraction, louder than compatibility, louder than any external factor. Speak this affirmation with complete conviction. Divine peace guides my selection perfectly. I recognize my true partner through the unshakable calm they bring to my soul. I trust this peace above all emotions, opinions, or external pressures. Feel the power of these words aligning you with divine guidance. You are not left to the uncertainty of human selection. You are guided by the perfect wisdom that knows the end from the beginning, that has already selected the perfect partner for your highest good. The second divine signpost revealing your true marriage partner is divine timing. This mysterious force orchestrates events with perfect precision, bringing you together with your destined partner at exactly the right moment, not a day too soon or a day too late. Divine timing operates beyond human planning or manipulation. It is the cosmic choreography that arranges circumstances to support your highest good. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. This ancient wisdom reveals that there is a divinely ordained moment for every significant event in your life, including the appearance of your true partner. Attempting to force this timing through desperation or fear only delays the perfect manifestation. Divine timing often defies human logic. It may bring your true partner when you feel least prepared, or when you have finally surrendered the desperate search. It may reunite you with someone from your past, or introduce you to someone who was nearby all along but invisible to you until the appointed time. The key is not to understand the timing, but to trust it implicitly. Consider the extraordinary story of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip. They first met when she was just 13 and he was 18, a meeting that would seem premature for any lasting romantic connection. Yet something was awakened even then that would later blossom at the divinely appointed time. Through years of war separation, family objections, and Philip's need to renounce his Greek and Danish royal titles, the divine timing continued its perfect work. Their eventual marriage in 1947 came at precisely the right moment, when both had matured through the crucible of World War, when the political climate had shifted, and when they had developed the character needed for their future roles. Their union lasted 73 years until Philip's death, making it the longest royal marriage in history. The divine timing that seemed delayed by human standards proved perfect in its divine precision. The same divine timing is at work in your life right now. The seeming delays, the wrong relationships, the periods of solitude, all are part of the perfect pattern preparing you for union with your true partner at exactly the right moment. Nothing is wasted, nothing is random, nothing is too late. When divine timing brings your true partner into your life, there's an unmistakable sense of nowness. A clear recognition that this is the appointed time, regardless of external circumstances or human expectations. You need not force it, rush it, or fear missing it. Divine timing operates with mathematical precision when you are aligned with it. Speak this affirmation with absolute trust. Divine timing governs my love life perfectly. I release all anxiety about when and how I will meet my true partner. I trust the perfect timing that is already arranged in divine mind. My good comes to me at the perfect moment, not a moment too soon or too late. Feel these words dissolving all anxiety about timing. Feel the relief of surrendering to the perfect pattern already established. You need not manipulate events or force connections. You need only align yourself with the divine flow that is already moving in your life, bringing your true partner to you with perfect precision. I invite you to take a powerful step in aligning yourself with divine guidance. In the comments below, write this affirmation. Divine selection is working in my life now. This simple act does something profound. It declares your conscious partnership with the invisible forces that are arranging your perfect union. It signals to both your conscious and subconscious mind that you are no longer relying on human selection, but are aligned with divine guidance. This declaration is not merely symbolic, it is a concrete step in manifestation. By putting your faith into written form, you create a bridge between the invisible realm of divine selection and the visible world of manifestation. You are saying to the universe, I accept that the selection has already been made, and I align myself with this perfect choice. The third divine signpost revealing your true marriage partner is spiritual growth. While human selection often focuses on comfort and familiarity, divine selection prioritizes your spiritual evolution. The partner God has chosen for you will naturally accelerate your spiritual development, challenging you to become more of who you truly are, rather than merely accommodating who you have been. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. This timeless wisdom reveals that divine partnerships are not primarily about validation or comfort, but about mutual refinement and growth. Your true partner will naturally inspire you to higher expression, greater authenticity, and deeper connection with your divine source. This spiritual growth is not always comfortable. It may involve confronting patterns you would prefer to ignore, stretching beyond comfortable limitations, or developing aspects of yourself that have remained dormant. But beneath any temporary discomfort is the unmistakable recognition that you are becoming more fully yourself through this relationship, not losing your identity, but finding it more completely. The extraordinary partnership of C.S. Lewis and Joy Davidman beautifully illustrates this principle. Lewis, a confirmed bachelor and prominent Oxford professor, met Davidman when he was 54, and she was 37. Their initial intellectual connection challenged and expanded Lewis's thinking in unexpected ways. What began as a meeting of minds evolved into a profound spiritual partnership that would transform both their lives. Though their time together was brief due to Joy's premature death from cancer, Lewis later wrote that the relationship had changed him fundamentally. Her death, he wrote, has made my faith stronger, because I have had to face the question of whether I really believe the things I've always taught and said I believed. Through both the joy of their union and the pain of their separation, Lewis experienced profound spiritual growth that shaped his most enduring works. This is the nature of divine selection. It brings you a partner who serves your highest spiritual development, not merely your comfort or convenience. When you meet the person God has chosen for you, you will recognize them not just by how they make you feel, but by how they inspire you to grow, to stretch, to become more fully the person you were created to be. This growth is mutual and balanced. Unlike unhealthy relationships where one person grows at the expense of the other, divine partnerships support the spiritual evolution of both individuals. You will find yourself naturally inspired to support your partner's highest expression, just as they support yours. There is no competition, no suppression, only mutual elevation. Speak this affirmation with deep conviction. My true partner accelerates my spiritual growth and evolution. I recognize divine selection through the natural expansion of my consciousness and capabilities. I welcome the relationship that challenges me to become my highest and most authentic self. Feel these words aligning you with the true purpose of divine partnership. Beyond romance, beyond companionship, beyond practical advantages lies the spiritual purpose of marriage. The mutual evolution of two souls walking together toward their highest expression. When you understand this purpose, you develop the discernment to recognize your true partner among all others. The fourth divine signpost revealing your true marriage partner is divine confirmation through external signs and synchronicities. While inner guidance is primary, God also arranges external circumstances to confirm the divine selection, creating patterns of meaningful coincidence that cannot be dismissed as random chance. These synchronicities often appear as a series of unlikely coincidences that bring you together with your divine partner or confirm your connection. They may include meaningful number patterns, prophetic dreams, words of confirmation from unexpected sources, or circumstances so precisely arranged that they could only be orchestrated by divine intelligence. And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee saying, This is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left. This ancient promise reveals that divine guidance comes not only through inner knowing, but also through external signposts that direct your path. These confirmations often appear at crucial decision points, providing clarity when it is most needed. Divine confirmation differs from wishful thinking or selective attention. It has a quality of precision and timing that transcends probability. It often includes elements that neither person could have arranged or predicted. And it typically comes in patterns, not isolated incidents, but series of aligned events that point consistently in the same direction. The remarkable love story of Johnny and June Carter Cash beautifully illustrates this principle of divine confirmation. Their first meeting came in 1956 at the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville. Though both were married to other people at the time, Johnny reportedly told June that day, "I'm going to marry you someday." A statement that seemed impossible given their circumstances. The synchronicities continued to unfold over years. They repeatedly found themselves booked on the same tours despite having different managers. Song collaborations seemed to materialize at just the right moments. Even as they tried to resist their connection due to their existing marriages, circumstances continuously brought them together in what June later described as a ring of fire. She couldn't escape. Perhaps most remarkable were the obstacles that mysteriously dissolved at precisely the right moments. By 1968, both had navigated through their previous marriages and personal struggles. Johnny proposed to June during a live performance in London, Ontario. Not through advanced planning, but through what he described as an overwhelming certainty in that moment. Their 35-year marriage became one of the most celebrated partnerships in music history, with their complementary talents creating a legacy neither could have achieved alone. What makes their story a perfect example of divine confirmation is not just their eventual union, but the unmistakable pattern of synchronicities that guided them there, despite all human logic suggesting it was impossible. As June later reflected, this was meant to be. This was a match made in heaven. The external signs confirmed what their hearts already knew, that their union was divinely orchestrated. These same patterns of divine confirmation are available to you. When you meet the partner God has selected for you, pay attention to the external signs that confirm this connection. These may include meaningful meetings that defy probability, obstacles that mysteriously dissolve, opportunities that suddenly appear, or words of confirmation that come at precisely the right moment. These confirmations require spiritual discernment to recognize. They often appear ordinary on the surface, but carry profound meaning when viewed through the lens of faith. They may be subtle rather than dramatic, recognized more in retrospect than in the moment. The key is to remain attentive, neither dismissing genuine signs nor manufacturing false ones. Speak this affirmation with clear expectation. Divine confirmation guides me clearly to my true partner. I recognize the patterns of synchronicity that reveal God's selection. I am attentive to the external signs that confirm my inner knowing. I trust both inner peace and outer confirmation to guide me perfectly. Feel these words opening your awareness to the divine choreography already in motion in your life. Feel your spiritual senses becoming more attuned to the subtle patterns of confirmation that surround you. You are not left to guess or wonder about your true partner. You are guided by both inner knowing and outer confirmation, working together in perfect harmony. The fifth and final divine signpost revealing your true marriage partner is mutual purpose and vision. While human selection often focuses on complementary personalities or shared interests, divine selection aligns you with a partner who shares your fundamental life purpose and spiritual direction. This shared purpose transcends compatibility in the conventional sense. It is not about liking the same movies or sharing hobbies, but about moving in the same spiritual direction at a soul level. It is about having compatible visions for your lives that naturally align and strengthen each other, rather than competing or conflicting. Can two walk together except they be agreed? This ancient question reveals a profound truth about divine partnerships. True harmony requires alignment at the deepest level, the level of purpose, values, and spiritual direction. Without this agreement, two people may be attracted to each other, but will ultimately find themselves pulling in different directions. This alignment of purpose doesn't mean identical paths or roles. Often, divinely selected partners have complementary gifts and callings that create a more powerful combined impact than either could achieve alone. One may be public, while the other provides behind-the-scenes support. One may be visionary, while the other excels at implementation. The key is not identical function, but aligned direction and complementary contribution to a shared purpose. The extraordinary partnership of Martin and Coretta Scott King exemplifies this principle. Though they met as students, he studying theology and she music, they discovered a shared commitment to social justice and racial equality that transcended their different backgrounds and temperaments. Their partnership was not based primarily on romantic compatibility, but on mutual dedication to a cause greater than themselves. Coretta later wrote that she had not merely married a man, but his mission as well. She consciously chose to align her musical gifts and leadership abilities with the civil rights movement, creating a partnership that amplified their combined impact. Even after Martin's assassination, Coretta continued their shared mission, founding the King Center and advocating for the creation of the national holiday honoring her husband. Their aligned purpose created a legacy that neither could have established alone. This same divine alignment of purpose awaits you. When you meet the partner God has selected for you, you will recognize not just personal compatibility, but a profound resonance in your life directions. You will feel an immediate understanding of each other's deepest values and aspirations. You will naturally support each other's growth toward your shared vision rather than competing or compromising. This alignment creates a unique strength and resilience in your relationship. When challenges come, as they inevitably will, you face them not as isolated individuals, but as partners united by common purpose. Your shared vision becomes the North Star that guides you through difficulties and keeps you moving in the same direction despite temporary disagreements or obstacles. Speak this affirmation with absolute conviction. My divine partner and I share perfect alignment of purpose and vision. Our individual paths complement and strengthen each other. Together, we create an impact greater than either of us could achieve alone. I recognize my true partner through this profound alignment of life direction. Feel these words aligning you with the divine pattern of partnership. Feel yourself releasing limited notions of compatibility based on personality or preference. Feel your consciousness expanding to recognize the deeper purpose of divine marriage. The union of two souls whose combined light illuminates the world more brightly than either flame alone. As you integrate these 5 divine signposts, perfect peace, divine timing, spiritual growth, external confirmation, and shared purpose, you develop the spiritual discernment to recognize your true partner when they appear in your life. You no longer need to guess, to compromise, or to settle for less than the divine selection already prepared for you. These signposts work together in perfect harmony. Perfect peace provides the inner confirmation, while external synchronicities provide outer confirmation. Divine timing ensures the connection occurs at the moment of greatest potential, while spiritual growth and shared purpose ensure the lasting impact and evolution of your union. Together,